Hi everyone, it's me, hopefully Skinny, and I'm surprised, and I guess you guys are probably very surprised that I'm back so soon after surgery, but so here's a real quick update is I'll start with numbers. When I started this journey about 7 years ago, I was about 557 pounds, and the day of surgery, I was at 366, and today I'm at 357. So, since surgery, that's almost that's about 9 pounds lost in like 3 days. So I'm really ecstatic about that measurement. Obviously, my experience surgery. Let's see, the day of surgery, I was actually really freaked out and like, I guess, like, I was smiling and looking really happy when the hospital chaplain walked by because he commented, he was just like, oh, what a beautiful smile. It's so great to see the smile. And I was like, yeah, okay. And I was actually, like, totally freaking out inside, just trying not to be like, I'm done, tearing off IVs and stuff and running out the room, you know, like, screaming. But, so they told me, like, that I would probably be getting a sedative of some sort while I was waiting for the surgery. I didn't get a sedative at all. Actually, I didn't get anything until I'd already moved on to the operating table, and I was cracking jokes and stuff because I was nervous, so that's what I do. And, but I was still conscious when they were tying me down to the bed, and I had jokingly said, you don't have to tie me down. Like, I promise I won't run away. And then they tried to explain to me why they tied me down. I already knew, and I was like, I was just joking, guys. I wasn't serious. And the guy's like, okay, I'm going to give you a sedative right now, and it's kind of like a martini. Sometimes it only takes one person a glass, and sometimes it takes a pitcher. And I was like, oh, I'll need the whole pitcher. And he's like, oh, I think I have that in my back pocket. I was like, well, you better have 2 in your back pocket because I think I'm going to need a lot. But before I knew it, I was out. Like, I don't remember after him saying that it would take like 1 or a pitcher. I don't remember anything after that. And then I was up. And I believe my surgery took an hour, and Lisa said that it was like really fast. And but I did feel them pull the tube out of my throat, and the minute they did that, I was like, my stomach hurts, give me something now. I'm gonna throw up, give me something now. And so they were all pretty prompt with that, and so I don't remember much in the recovery room at all. I do remember my mom snuck in to see me because she wasn't supposed to, but she did anyway. And she gave me a sock monkey that everyone signed, and I got some flowers from her. They're really pretty. I got a beautiful vase. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do with the vase, but I'm going to do something with it because it's gorgeous. And Lisa was there the whole time, and she held my hand, and she was amazing through the whole thing. And my cousin was there with me, and my sister-in-law was there with me before surgery, so that kind of helped. Yeah, my surgeon was really nice. I actually... Once I got out of surgery and I was in my room, I was a little panicky because there was some pain, but I didn't realize that the pain was actually just the gas. And so I was like, give me morphine, give me morphine. But the morphine was making me like nauseous. And so I really wanted the anti-nausea pill more than I wanted the pain pills or the pain injections. And once I figured out that it was just the gas, that I was able to calm myself down and not need the pain medicine. But I had a really hard time keeping water down at first. I had a hard time keeping any foods down or anything like that. And I managed to get my 12 ounces in so I can go home the next day. So I did go home the very next day. And I was kind of worried. I wanted to stay another night because I was worried that I wouldn't get enough fluids in because I was having a hard time with the water. But I took one look at my friend Lisa, and she was miserable. She stayed the night there. There was like no way that I could ask her to stay another night. So we went home, and the minute I got home, it was like I was a totally different person. Like, I was walking all over the place, and I was drinking my water and holding it down just fine. And, you know, I did sleep a lot that day, but that's to be expected. And then the next day, I got up and got dressed, and I was like, we have to go get a wedge pillow because my neck and shoulders hurt so incredibly bad. And we drove all the way down to West Sac to go get one, and they were out. Sorry, my balloon is kind of floating around. Yeah, so we went all the way to West Sac for it. They were out, but I ended up getting like pudding and some more jellos and things that I needed. And I got like a really cute lunch bag that's insulated so that I can pack foods when I leave, so I don't have to worry about stopping to get something to eat, that I already have it. And yeah, so that's about it. And then we got home and Lisa crushed up my multivitamin and tried to give it to me. And like one sip out of that multivitamin, I was like done. I was like, I am done. I'm not drinking that. There's no way. Like it hurt my stomach so bad. And so we decided that we were going to go to Walgreens to get some liquid multivitamin, which I took today, and I was able to keep it down. And oh my goodness, it is so much better. Like my stomach doesn't hurt at all, and I kept it down, and I felt so good that I was able to keep that down. The doctor was concerned that I might have blood clots, so he sent home some medication that I have to like shoot myself in the stomach with it. And he was like, "Oh, do you think you could do it?" I was like, "No." And like, is anyone that will do it? And I was like, "Yeah, my sister will." And so I pointed to Lisa, and so they sent me home with 3 weeks, but I think I'm only supposed to do 2 weeks with it. I'll know when I go in on Friday, my first pre-op appointment. And no, post-op, sorry. No longer pre-op, it's post-op. Yeah, my first post-op appointment. And see if I really do need the 3 weeks or if I can get away with just the 2. Water intake is my thing of water here, and I actually drink about 25 ounces in one day right now, which I know is not your 64 ounces you're supposed to drink, but I am getting at least 25 down, if not more, which I understand is more than what most people are able to get because they're really telling us to aim for 64, but the average person's getting about 12 ounces, so I'm about doubling it. And this is what I use. I pour it into this little shot glass that holds 2 ounces of water because that's as much as my stomach can handle is 2 ounces, is this little bit. And so I just pour it up and drink a little bit every so often. And, you know, when it's empty, I put more in. I'm constantly drinking. I'm constantly hydrating. Yeah, I actually, surprisingly, I don't have any pain at all. Like once I realized that it was gas pain, I was able to like relax my muscles and allow the gas to move around. And my incisions don't hurt. My stomach doesn't hurt on average unless I put something in I don't like. And I have more energy than I thought I would. Like I'm definitely not bed bound. And Lisa says I've been a peach, really, right, Lisa? Yeah, she said I was been a peach. I've actually been really easy to deal with. So, and I did have friends come visit me after I was out of the surgery and into the hospital room, but I was so high on morphine that I barely remember them being there. So I know that my friend Damiana and Christina came, and I do remember, I might be wrong, but somehow I remember like Christina dancing around my room. And so I do remember that vaguely, and I remember thinking, God, she has a lot of energy. Someone should stab her right now. And they gave me a card and they cracked jokes about Xbox points, which I don't really remember, except I remember them laughing because I brightened up apparently at the mention of Xbox points. And my brother came, and I barely remember him being there, but I do remember he had some difficulty in there, like his wife's car broke down or something. I don't remember everything. And my cousin was there, and I remember her being there, but I remember her mostly there because she was there before surgery. So, yeah, so I'm actually doing way better than I thought I would. Like, when I watched Massage Goddess, Amelia's, she was just like, oh, the pain was epic. And I was, like, ready for, like, this horrible pain and just, like, not being able to do anything. And I didn't have that experience. So I guess I'm really lucky. Or maybe I had a lot to prepare for the surgery because it took me 7 years to prepare for it. So maybe I was just able to get healthy enough where the pain wasn't such a big deal. But as of now, I think I'm going to say goodbye because I'm getting ready to convince my friend to let's go out and go do something. And so, yeah, if there's like any questions you guys have about post surgery, I'd be more than welcome to, I'd be more than happy to answer them. I'm not sure that I would necessarily be a really good candidate because it was not difficult for me at all. Yeah, it was difficult for me when I was in the hospital, but when I got out of the hospital, it wasn't difficult. Yeah, she's correcting me. Yeah, it was difficult in the hospital. It was. Like, honestly, the hospital was the most difficult part. But the minute I got home, it was, like, nothing. Like, it hadn't been a big deal. But anyway, if you guys have any questions or anything, I would be more than happy to answer them to the best of my ability. But other than that, I think I'm going to sign off. And I'll probably be on maybe later tonight or tomorrow because I want to do a video with Lisa and her perspective of what happened. Because like I said, I was groggy the whole time. And I mean, I know that like when my mom came in, apparently I was really hot. And I was just like, I have no modesty. This needs to come off. And I tried to pull my clothes off because I was so hot for the morphine. And my dad was there. And apparently my butt itched. And I had no problem with saying, I'm itchy. And the nurse asked me, where are you itchy? Are you itchy all over? I was like, no, just my butt. And she's like, just wiggle it around. But I was too high to wiggle it around. So I do remember my butt itching pretty bad. But anyway, I'm going to go. And thanks again for watching, everybody.